want you. So I'm glad you said no.
Thank you for telling me no up front. I appreciate it so much.
Okay. Yeah, complain to me some more about, you have to get your gut health in order. Okay, sure. I love you too.
Right? I love it.
Oh, it's just so great. It's so great.
I'm going to share a story with you guys tonight, which is funny. So, Kira, my laptop is about to die. We're on a laptop instead of my iPad. It's glitching. So, there's the charger. It's plugged in underneath my butt. It's not going to do any good there. I got a lot of energy, but not that much. So, all right. Are we on? We're plugged in. We got Teresa's joining us all the way from Las Vegas. Love it, love it. There's Karen Ray, Lindsay, and Anne joined us early, so she got to hear a little bit of the commotion. It's always so much fun. If you come on early, like there's no guarantee that you're not going to hear something. I don't know what you're going to hear, but to come on and hear the fun stuff. Now, in theory, this should not die, is what Kira's telling us. If it does, and I disappear, Kimberly, you just keep going with it, okay? You got this.
I think they have been planned, Jenna. This whole thing has been planned. You are about to go out, aren't you?
No.
Yeah, no.
I tell you, I'm trying to find out what's going on.
We'll let everybody hop on. It's not touch screen, darn it. You get so, like, technology is that one thing, you guys, that like, ooh, just tweaks me sometimes. All right, I'm not able to mute you guys. You want to take a minute and make sure that you're muting yourself. That way we don't hear all y'all's business going on when you're yelling at the kids or you're screaming at the husband or you decide to take your phone to the bathroom with you. Okay. Because you guys know you do that. It's where some of your best brainstorming happens. It's called toilet texting for a reason. Is such a thing. I am not making that up.
How many of these hydrates are we allowed to drink a day?
That's a really good question. Is that the lemon lime?
Oh my God, it's so good.
That was funny.
So for kids, they're like maybe 2 or 3, maybe, and they're actively outdoors. For adults, is as needed. So that's kind of nice to know. You're in Las Vegas, so you probably need a lot more hydration than the average person because of the dry weather out there. So
yes,
I would say that you probably good. Like if you're supplementing with your water intake and your pink drink and your active, those are all counting as your water intake, and then your hydrate too. You probably can get away with 2 or 3 of them.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Good. I'm on my 3rd one for the day. So
I just love the flavor. It's so good.
it's really good. Did you guys get your newsletters today in your email? Check your emails. You get a monthly newsletter from me, and in it, there are recipes and just different concoctions. There's a recipe in there today for the black cherry lime with the lemon hydrate. There's like a little mocktail drink that we made up. So that's going to be in your newsletter for you. So I blasted it out to a slim down challenge group I have, and they didn't even know that there were emails going out. So just in case you didn't know that there were emails, there are newsletters that come out every month. Usually within that first week of the month, we're trying to get them out to you guys. So, all right. You guys, it is time to get started. We are already recording. So we want to go ahead and kick this off and keep you guys on time, and want to thank you again for coming on and joining us. This is Pink Life Live. It's Thursday night. It is the 7th of April already. And you guys, seriously? I'm like, are you kidding me? Did you see the posts that went up today for all of the promotions that happened? What? You guys were killing it. Absolutely had your single greatest month of not only enrollments and blessing people, but rank ups and promotions. So I asked in a chat earlier, has anybody done the math yet? Like, where's our teachers at? Like, somebody needs to do the math and figure out how much Plexus just paid our team just in bonuses. Like, I think that's probably going to be some crazy number, some insane number. I know they gave 2 people trips to Hawaii and an all expense paid trip, as well as a Lexus. Like, okay, what does that count? Like, how are we going to count that? Like, Maria, how do you count that? What times 2? Yes.
We already looked. The car that I want, it's like $55,000. So I got an appointment on Saturday.
I love it.
Have it on this.
Isn't that funny to you? Like, they're going to pay you to drive that car around and put a
I
little
love it.
picture on the back of it. I know. That's incredible. I'm so excited. Which vehicle did you decide? Are you looking at?
Bear, what's the model of the one that I want? GX.
Yes, that's so pretty. You're gonna look so good driving around in that car. That means we're gonna have 2 Lexus local. And then I know that Peter earned his car. And instead, Kimberly, what did you guys decide? Instead of taking the Lexus,
He's gonna take the cash and pay off his Ford F-150, and he wants to get a Chevelle, a 1968 Chevelle. So
love that. Don't you guys love that you have options? There is the Lexus program, which is absolutely incredible. But then you also have the lifestyle bonus. So that bonus allows you to take the cash option for it instead. Okay. And so when you take the cash option, you can take that and put it to whatever your heart's desire. Like, Peter's putting it to a F-150 for right now. He's going to put it into a Chevelle later. I have some friends of mine that decided that they were going to buy a RV with their, lifestyle bonus. For us, we chose the lifestyle bonus, and then that pays for the party bus that we have. That is actually also called our family vehicle. Okay. Because there's enough of us that we were not going to be able to fit all into that one vehicle together. So, but you guys, how exciting is that? If you are sitting on this call tonight and you're seeing the posts and you're seeing all the rank ups, you might be wondering, what are they doing? Like, can I get a hand raise? Like, what is going on? What are they doing? I want to know their secrets. Like, right? You might be thinking that. I've talked to some of you and we've been doing coaching calls. I know Kimberly's been on calls and Maria too, mapping out things for the teams and what it looks like. So tonight, you guys are going to get to hear what they are doing. And it is very, very simple. I feel like that is the single greatest thing that we can give you, is a simple business strategy that then, once you have mastered, because you've learned to do it yourself, you can then turn around and duplicate it, meaning that you're teaching other people how to do what you just did. That qualifies you. So that imposter syndrome, that thing that sneaks in, that tries to tell you that you don't know what you're doing, that who do you think you are? Nobody ever makes any money at this. You guys are on a call with people who are not just making a little bit of money at this, that it's not just a little side hustle. This is an actual legit business opportunity that is radically transforming people's health, but also their finances. Those are 2 things that people go to bed worrying about every single night. Are their financial needs? How are they going to have those met? If they're going to have them met, what it looks like, but also the health side of things. And thankfully, Plexus has made it easier than ever to share both. So, Kimberly, will you kind of break down what you guys are doing? And then Maria, if you have time, I would love for you to share about the Rise Up promotion that is coming on. You're going to hear us talk more about that, because it is so simple that it just kind of, at first you're wrapping your head around this going, this sounds too good to be true. But it's true, and it's real. And we have people that are already doing it. So Kimberly, will you go ahead and take this and run with it, friend? What do you have for us tonight?
Absolutely. Hey guys, we are so glad that you have taken time out of your Thursday night to just be poured into, just to come on and listen to some simple tips that we're using, that we have found that are working to help you guys. So let me start with, we always talk about better together, right? We always talk about that. You guys, I live my life by that motto. I love to do things with others. It's just who I am. So, and our team specifically, we really strive for silver development. Now, when I talk about silver development, I know that in some of your minds, immediately a light bulb goes off and it's like, oh, business, right? But it really is about helping others get their supplements covered. So you may not want to talk to people about, girl, I want to help you go silver, as much as you want to say, I really want to help you get your supplements covered. I know that with 3 people each month, they are not only making enough to get their supplements covered, but they're making enough money to get supplements covered for 3 to 4 months. That's huge, right? I know that our supplements come with a 60-day money back guarantee. So I know by helping develop a family to silver, by blessing 3 of their friends, they are going to make enough income to have their supplements covered, you guys, for 3 to 4 months. That's huge. That family's never going to have to say to me for 3 months, Kimberly, we can't afford these supplements. But what's even better is that that income for that 3 to 4 months, they're still making income, because the 3 friends that they added, I know we're plugging into the system, which we're going to talk about in just a minute, but they're making residual income. So over 3 months' time, you guys, if a family adds 3 people to their team, initially they make their fast start bonus. Right now, that's a $407 in 30 days for blessing 3 friends. But then if those families stay on with that friend for 3 more months, on top of their 407, they're looking at about $700, because they're still making approximately $100 if those 3 families stay on and order every month. That's huge. We have got to start really focusing on helping others get their supplements covered. Not talk about silver development with them right off the bat. They're brand new. They're just coming in. We literally need to use the words, guys. We pride ourselves, like Jen Diev tells us, we pride ourselves in helping you get supplements covered. So I'm going to tell you, silver development is where it's at. When you are helping other families add their friends and families, you ultimately are going to be moving up as well, right? So we know that when we bring a family on, the most important thing for us is what? ATM, right? We're adding them to Gutology 101. We're tagging them in those announcement posts, right? Pinned right at the top for us. It's the pink drink video, the gut issues, and the what is plexus. Those 3 things, along with the search engine posts. So they know they can plug in thyroid, and they're going to have all the testimonies and information they need. They can put in weight loss. They're going to have everything they need. They can put in diabetes. They're going to have everything they need. That page, you guys, builds belief for families. It builds belief, right? So I was able to go into the Gutology 101 page and just search thyroid and see other people who were struggling with the same things I was struggling with, and have an idea of what it was that they were doing to help them thrive. That is what we need to give our families, right? A page, a resource for them to go and see all the families. Now, I'm going to tell you, Jenna did not just snap her fingers and have all of these testimonies appear. Those are testimonies and information from 3 years of Jenna working this business. People on our own teams have come in and done testimonies. The information is from Plexus Worldwide. Everything is authentic and real. There is nothing they can go in that page and search and then come back and say, oh, this information isn't real. Jenna has authorized and made sure that is all true information. So please make sure that you are utilizing that tool. Messenger. You guys have got, listen to me. When I tell you, I still include Jenna in three-way messages. I'm a jewel in the company who still utilizes my diamond in three-way messages. You guys have got to take advantage of the fact that we can come into these messages, we can voice things, we can talk, find out health goals, and that's kind of like an on-the-job training. Sorry, for you. So it gives you the tools to be able to kind of see how we're interacting with people, how we're bringing families on, and how we're ultimately sharing, right? So please, please, please take advantage of those three-way messages with your uplines, with Jenna and I, with Maria, with Karen, with your leaders, you guys. That's what we're here for. We are not here to just work our own teams and not be a part of what you guys are doing. We are here for you guys. That's what we're here for. So eventually you are going to be so comfortable doing those three ways. You'll be doing it fewer or less than what you currently are doing it. But with Jenna at first, I remember having a conversation with Jenna and like, girl, I'm so sorry for all of the messages I put you in today. But she would always, like, she laughs about it, but I send out a lot of messages, you guys. I don't tiptoe around messaging privately. Like I think there's days where at the beginning, Jenna would be in 50 messages with people that I was talking with and trying to bring on. But she was like, Kim, it's okay. When I'm in my working window, I will get in that message. I'm going to share. I'm going to find some things out. But I learned so much in those three-way messages. I'm so grateful that I took advantage of her advice in doing them. And I don't think one time, Jenna, were you like aggravated when you opened up your messenger at one point? Were you always just like, you were cheering me on, like, girl, send more.
You're like,
right?
Amen. Come on now. When somebody is like starting a three-way message with you, you're like, thank you, Jesus. Because
Right.
you have friends that know other people that you don't know. So you have these people in your life that come along that you get to make these different connections with that you otherwise would have never met. Like there's so many of you on the call tonight that I otherwise, if it hadn't been for like our mutual friend, if it hadn't been for Kimberly, if it hadn't been for Karen, if it hadn't been for Teresa, like I don't know how many of you I ever would have had the opportunity to meet, and not just meet, but then get to do life together with. And that's what those three ways is about. It's not about the sale. It is about supporting the person so that they get the answers that they need to make a decision that's right for them and their family. So no, never, never, never start those messages.
And you guys, another thing too, you know, it is so different now than it was when I first enrolled with Plexus Worldwide with those referral links. We used to have to send a referral link, and it was this very broad general thing where you had to send specific directions to help them enroll. I'm not even kidding you. Like, there was a whole list of things that we had to make sure our people knew, or we would just do it for them because I was scared to death they were going to go in and get lost. Like, that's how easy it was. They have literally made it so we have a quiz link now to send out to all of our friends and family, and it walks them right through the best practice and enrollment in like 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes. That's huge. When our friends and family on our team enroll with us, they immediately know to share their link with their friends and family. I don't give them a number. I don't say just share your link with 3 friends or family. It's, girl, congratulations. You have your own link now to share with your own friends and family, and everything comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So don't hesitate. Invite whoever you want. I always make sure people know how we as a team really are structured as better together. So don't leave that off the table. If you guys are just like, oh my gosh, yay, I'm so excited for you. Let me know when you get your supplements, and you don't share the fact that they have their own personal link to invite their own friends and family now and make $407, you're literally leaving that money off the table for them because they don't know unless we tell them. And I'm not going to be the person who one of my people comes to me and says, Kim, I wish I would have known that I could have invited 3 people and made that kind of money. No, they're going to know. And they're going to know on day 1 because you know what? That gives them 30 days before their next order comes out for them to make some cash. Because I don't want to give them 7 days before their order comes out and say, girl, I forgot to tell you, just so you know. Now she's like, well, my order comes out in 7 days, Kim. I wish I would have known this when I signed up. We don't want to give people and or leave that off the table for people. We want people to know on day 1. What you choose to do with your referral link is totally up to you. But if you share with 3 friends this month, you can make this month. If this much. If you share with 6 friends, look at girl. So silver development, you guys, is where it's at. And what happens is, as you duplicate those things with your teams, as you can see on my team and Maria's team, that is what is being duplicated. Maria, can you share with us? I don't know if Yolanda's on the call, but on your team, there was like amazing. One of your particular ambassadors, Yolanda, last month. Maria, I can't even see it. There she
I'm
is.
here.
Tell us what happened. So Yolanda duplicated that silver development. How many silvers did she develop last month?
14.
You guys.
14 silvers.
14.
She,
silvers.
yes, her team had a total of 22 rank ups. 14 of them were silvers. 7 people earned the tablets. I mean, it was crazy. She had people going crazy. Like, I mean, she is so excited. Really, she came from leadership, so excited. She really started pumping up her people and calling them and just really getting them fired up. I mean, I am not kidding. And just telling them, you have got to join me. You have got to come with me and do this with me. And, she's just amazing. Honestly, I am shocked. I mean, not even shocked. I don't even know the word. of the amount of people, one, that she's a traveling like nurse, right? She's not a nurse, but she does something, but she does different contracts, she travels. And so she just has met a lot of people along the way, but that they trust her, they believe in her, and she's been able to influence so many people to just, come check out Plexus. I mean, and they have been, and I'm just in awe of the amount of people that have said yes to her. So yes, last month it was 22 rank ups.
So this is what's important about Yolanda duplicating all of that. See, Yolanda knew that Maria told her, girl, to go silver and get your supplements covered and make, when she signed up, it was like $350.
300.
Yep, $350. So Yolanda went and enrolled friends, but didn't leave that off the table, you guys. That's why Yolanda had 12 or 14 silvers
14.
on her team. So what happens is, as you are duplicating silvers and teaching your families who are coming on that they can have their supplements covered, guess what they're going to do? They're going to duplicate that. And that's when you have major momentum, because you want your families to be duplicating what you're doing, right? But if we aren't doing it, and Yolanda didn't have a clue about 3 people and earning $407, Yolanda would have been trying to add all these level ones, not understanding how the silver development works, not understanding ad tagging and messaging. But see, she held on to the silver development, the adding, tagging, and messaging, and she duplicated that with her team, and her team was duplicating that with their families. Let me make that clear. Yolanda didn't have 14 level 1 silvers, okay? That was her team, okay? She had a good amount of silver development, but her team was duplicating what she was doing as well. So silver development, right? We pride ourselves in helping others get their supplements covered, you guys. Everybody write that down. When you enroll somebody, I want you to let them know that you pride yourself in helping them get their supplements covered, and you are now going to help them get 3 families, get free friends, get their husband, get their best friend, get their sister-in-law, get their sister. Okay? So we talked about the silver development. We talked about the ad tagging and messaging, the importance of that. Gutology 101, everybody should be plugged in there. First post ideas. So we're talking about silver development, right? And how we are helping develop silvers, or we're helping our families that we are enrolling go silver. So what does that look like, right? So not everybody's going to come out the gate and say, oh my gosh, well, I know 3 people that I can get, right? Some people are going to be like, well, I don't know, I'm not sure. So guys, sometimes we have to help them see that bigger picture, how easy it is to find 3 friends or help 3 friends or family members. So sometimes it looks like us helping them with that first post. I know I've said this a million times on these calls. Thankfully, there's some new people, but I always ask for a day 1 pink drink. I always ask my people, girl, when you get your package, I want a day 1 pink drink selfie. Sorry, I gotta get some water. So I ask for a pink drink selfie. And when I get that pink drink selfie, I don't ask for permission. I go on to Facebook, I shout them out, I get them excited, I get their community excited, I get everybody excited about the fact that they're drinking a pink drink. And you know what happens? Their community is like, what is that you're drinking? What is that pink drink? You guys, people don't know. I know that we think people know what the pink drink is. People don't know. So pink drink day one selfie is huge. So when you shout them out, you tag them in the post. And when you tag them in the post, their community sees it. Their community asks questions. Another really good idea with the first post to help them out is you start tagging people in like, today's a perfect day, right? It's day one of the summer slim down. So Margot is actually on the call. Margot did a shout out with one of her girls who's on the supplements of the two of them at the gym for Gabrielle's community to be able to see the two of them. It's day one, we're doing a challenge, but her community saw it, right? So you have to, like, the challenges are a big first post, the pink drink's a big first post, just to welcome to the pink drink family post, right? You and that person or that person. But just to tag on Facebook with that potential to help them see the bigger picture is huge if they don't want to make the first post. In Dream Chasers, there is a first post graphic and then scenarios. So when you are in, your guys are in the Dream Chasers, there's tons of ideas for first posts in there. If the person isn't in Dream Chasers yet, maybe they're not sharing or they're not sure, you can always copy and paste that and send it to them or add them to the Dream Chasers so they see the bigger picture. If they're on the supplements and they want to share, they are invited to Dream Chasers. That's a huge thread for them to be in to help them with the business. So that's what helping them get to silver looks like. And then just encouraging them to start some messages with you and them, adding them to Gutology, of course. But the network marketing part is huge. When somebody sees a pink drink selfie of me for the very first time on social media, and somebody's talking about the benefits of the pink drink, or they're seeing the pink drink and they're intrigued, they will ask questions. So that's huge with starting people out. Maria's really good about that. Maria actually, she does post several times a week, and she literally will post 75. There's like 75 people tagged in that. I lose track of how many posts a day my Maria will post where there's a tag, because she doesn't want to leave any of the community out. If you're on her team, you have a community, they can be blessed. We know that with our supplements. So we are going to make sure that you are not left out, right? And when I want to clarify something too, because I talked about not asking for permission for those pink drink selfies, you guys. I've been doing this for a year and a half now. I ask for pink drink selfies. I do shout outs. Never has one person said to me, Kimberly, please take that post down. Somebody asked me that. They're like, you don't even ask permission? I'm like, no, the post is excitement. It's encouraging. It's like, they want more of it. They're ready for a second post the next day. So don't ever feel like, people love that. They love it. Like when I shout that out, they are like, do you think you could do another post and tag me in it, like in a few days? And, so they're excited. You're excited. Their community is excited. Silver Development's where it's at. Let's help people get their supplements covered. We know once their supplements are covered, they are on the supplements. They're definitely going to be on the supplements for 60, 90 days because their first month, the supplements are being covered. So what happens statistically after 60, 90 days of consistency on these supplements? They're going to stay. They're not going to go anywhere. They're feeling better. They're pooping. They're losing weight. They're losing inflammation. All of the things that they need to see, they are now seeing. And that's what's important. So what do you think? Me plus 3. Any questions? Let me ask, is there anybody who has a question about a first post, a silver development, like, let me hear it. Whatever you guys have questions about for silver development before I move on. Anybody have anything? No?
I love it. So I just want to know, like, just by a raise of hands, how many of you does that freak you out? Like, be honest. Like, you're like, oh, like Donna's the only honest person on the whole call, you guys. Like Sean too. He's like, you want me to do what? Like, ask them for a pink drink selfie and then post without their permission and tag them in it. Like, because you know why? That first inclining for us is to go negative, is because we are so conditioned to tell ourselves red light stories instead of green light stories, which include, this is going to help them out. Like, this is going to bless their socks off. They are going to be so excited. They're going to love the encouragement and the support. I was talking to Lindsay on one of our coaching calls, and she was so sweet because she's in school. She's in the school facilities and she's in teaching, and they get on work calls. And she was saying the other night that our calls are fun. Like, they don't get this kind of fun in their other job or what that looks like. Well, I'm here to tell you, people are not getting recognized in their workplaces for doing things that they do every single day. They're not getting recognition for that, for showing up. I don't get a high five when I do the laundry or the dishes. I don't get a high five when I take a kid to like a field trip or a co-op class or whatever. You guys get high fives when you show up to work? No. Right? But you come to a Plexus event, you come to a Plexus party, you join the team, we are high-fiving everybody. Like, you drank your water today? High five. Amen. Like, I'm so proud of you. You're still drinking your water? Get it all in. It is day one of our challenge. You took your supplements, high five. You started your journey, high five. People aren't used to having that kind of positive influence in their life. But so many of us struggle with the red light stories. We get so worried about what someone else is going to think or do that we actually hold ourselves back from blessing them. When we are so focused on what other people are going to think, really, that's an inner us issue. We're actually not worried about what they're going to think. We're worried about what they're going to think about us. So it comes back around to, it's about us. And you guys have been given a gift to bless other people with. And you'll get to that point where you're like, I know that this stuff is life-changing. I know when you're consistent and you take it, that it can radically transform mama's lives and dads and spouses and just the marriages and the families. And I know how simple it is to limit that out-of-pocket expense. But if they don't know, they don't know. We were talking to Sean recently, and we were talking to Kenny and I, we were talking about how easy it is to overcomplicate things. Any overcomplicators on the phone, on the call? Like, yes, we overcomplicate. It's so easy to overcomplicate. It's actually really hard to create a simple sharing system. But that's what you guys have in the ATM. It really is that simple. It's so simple, in fact, that now corporate is training on what we do and have been doing because it's working. You guys are one of the fastest growing teams, not just in the state of Florida, you guys, but on the entire East Coast. So that goes to say something about the system that you're using and how it works. But like Kimberly said, not leaving anything on the table. Like, let it all out. Let them know and let them decide what's right for them and their family. So I loved that, Kimberly. I thought you did an incredible job. I just was interested because I know as you're talking, and when she started doing this, I was the first to call her and ask her, I'm like, how do you get them to send you their pink drink selfie?
She was.
How you doing that?
What did I say to you?
What did you say?
I said, I asked them. And you go, that's it? You just asked them for a pink drink selfie? I said, yeah.
And they
And
did
you know,
it?
it's so funny because I never heard somebody ask me like, so you don't ask permission to put it on social media until recently, you guys. So I've been doing this, over a year, but some of the teams outside of our team has asked me to come on and like do some calls and do some coaching calls. And that's the first thing their team goes to. Now, I've never heard like Jen and I have talked, we joke and I'm like, yeah, I just asked them. She's like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I can't believe you just asked them. I guess I never thought about that, but it was never
complicating it.
Yeah. And they're like, you don't ask permission? I go, no. And nobody's ever like, I'm telling you, when I tell you this, guys, I would not tell you this and I wouldn't do it if it wasn't real. But every single person that I've done it for absolutely loves it. They're grateful. They're excited. It gets them excited. Like it builds this excitement in them in the pink drink and all the things because their friends are like, wait, what is that you're doing? I want to try that. Oh my goodness, you look great, girl. That pink drink suits you. Like people start engaging and they're like, it's that simple. It's like a light bulb goes off and it's like, it's that simple. So I promise you, it is really, don't overcomplicate it. Like Jenna said, don't overthink it. They know you're cheering for them, right? They know you love them. They know all those things. So why would anybody think that you're doing a shout out and it would be negative? It wouldn't be negative, right? Like, I don't know. I love you guys.
Simple system that is highly effective and it works.
Yes.
And it works. And it supports your friends and your family right out the gate.
Right.
And it goes back to that SW.
Mhm.
So some will jump right in and go full on and go bonkers and have 14 silvers in 1 month, right? And some
Right.
won't.
Right.
Some will sit back and wait and watch you for 3.5 years before
Right.
they message you and they're ready to sign up. But so what?
Also, another thing too is,
waiting.
yeah. And make sure that, when we end each month and we start each month, we always talk about ending strong, starting strong, but making sure the middle is strong too. You guys, the team, Jen and I were talking today. I mean, we're over 50 enrollments this month already, right, Jenna?
Mhm.
I think we're over 50 enrollments already this month. We're starting off strong every month. We're building strong in the middle, and then we're ending strong. And what's happening is these families are coming on and they're seeing all of this momentum and this wave of like just the duplication, right? The duplication. And that's another thing too with the pink drink. When you ask somebody for a pink drink and a day one shout out, guess what they're going to do for their mom or their sister or their cousin? They're going to do a pink drink shout out too for their communities. So huge, 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 huge. And then, so since there was no questions, right? Nobody's got a question at all. Sean, Donna, are you guys still with me? Or are you like, Donna, don't you hide that face, girl. So we got some big things happening this month, talking about the middle of the month. April 11th, you guys all should have gotten your emails for the brand evolution. Big, big things happening on April 11th, you guys. So check for the email. Now, I have not gotten the email to register yet. Have you, Jenna? I've only gotten the email for like the save the date, but the email for the registration should be coming out any day. I'm thinking it's going to be tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So make sure you're in your email, you get registered and signed up for the April 11th brand evolution. Big things happening there, as well as Gold School, you guys. Quite a few of you earned Gold School January, February, and March, that quarter. So the messages went out yesterday from Jenna for your save the date. personal invites. That is going to be May 6th and 7th. So Friday, May 6th and the 7th. If you didn't make it or you just missed it last quarter, you guys, we're running another gold school opportunity for the next 3 months. And that goes for any gold that gets promoted to gold or senior gold over the next quarter. But it also goes if you help develop a gold. So we talked about silver development, but if you're on this call and you're a gold ambassador, guess what you get to do? You get to develop a gold. You did it. You can do it. So now it's time to duplicate a gold. That's 100 points. You're a gold at 100 points. You duplicate a gold at 100 points. You're right there at senior gold. But remember, if you've done it, you can do it. You can repeat that, right? You can develop it, no doubt. So Gold School talked about that. Maria, do you want to go on and talk about the Rise Up again? Kind of just hit on the Rise Up bonuses.
I would love to. Makes me excited.
I love that you love the compensation planning and do all the numbers things.
I absolutely love it. It is crazy, right? Because I mean, some people miss the fast start, and then here comes this amazing opportunity for you to double bonus for a rank up, right? So, right. So let's just say gold, for example, right? So if you're silver or senior silver, this is your time to go gold, right? Because gold is $250, and then, right? But right now it's an extra $250, so it's $500 to go gold. And if you're in your fast start, another $250, so it's triple. So that's $750. That is insane. But again, as leaders, how can you help your team, right, rank up and then take advantage of all 3 months? So let's say that you're a silver or senior silver, or you have people, right? So, it's more about your team and helping them, rank up, right? So if you have silver, the senior silver, you're gonna be like, guys, you got 3 months. So imagine if you can go gold in April, senior gold in May, and ruby in June. I kind of just put some notes together. If somebody on your team goes after that, just in commissions and rank up alone is over $5,500 in 3 months to take advantage of the double rank for 3 months. So imagine if someone's like, what can you do with an extra $5,500? That's crazy, right? So again, for me, I'm just like, guys, there's so many people. Honestly, I came for the supplements. Everyone knows my story. I came for the supplements. But oh my God, how many people can I help with extra income? Right? I mean, because there's a lot of people that need the health, that need to improve their health. But there is a lot, even more people that financially could really use the extra money. And so I was really shy about this in the beginning, because again, I was really worried about what everybody was going to think, to be honest, right? I was in kind of corporate America my whole life. And, that whole stigma with network marketing, I was kind of afraid of, people looking at me like I was part of this pyramid scheme, right? So I was kind of shy about that. I am not shy about that anymore. I tell everybody, I'm like, listen, and everybody that I sign up, guys, I tell this to everybody, right? And I'm telling you, honestly, I never would bring it up. I was really, really shy about bringing up the business. But as soon as I finish signing someone up, I tell them, hey, guys, I tell this to everybody because I don't know who needs to hear it. I know I'm not rich. I really don't know anybody that's rich. So I know, like, I could use an extra $300 or $400. So I'm going to share this with you, right? And so this company has an amazing referral program, right? This doesn't mean that you're in the business, that you're selling. It just means that we have an amazing referral program, because we have amazing products and we want everyone to keep sharing them. And the company wants people to be product testers and just keep trying them and loving them, right? So for that reason, the company wants you to share these products with 3 people. It could be your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, sister, daughter, niece, 3 people in your family that could use feeling better, losing weight, improving their health in any way. So I tell this to everyone, right? No, I don't kind of like, think, oh, this person doesn't need it, that person needs it, this person's gonna get mad at me. I tell everyone, I say, hey guys, I just want to share something with you, right? Just because I tell everybody, I don't know who needs to hear it. I don't know who needs 4 new tires right now. You never know. So I tell them, if you share with 3 people that could use improving their health in any way, money back guaranteed, you will get $400 this month. This month is $400. Most people, when I say it like that, they're like, oh, really? I'm like, yes. And you send them to me, and I told them I will do other coaching and help you, right? I know this is not about business, but just send me the referral. I'll make sure that they go under you, and we'll make sure that they get plugged in. They're happy. Trust me. I want everyone to walk away with a positive experience. So I make sure that they know, people don't want to manage people. People don't want extra things on their plate. So I just say, listen, just send us the referral. We will take care of them. I will take care of whoever you send our way. And they send them, and they get the extra money. And then then they feel like getting involved, they get involved, right? But I just right off the bat say, listen, just send them to me. I'll do the rest. I will do the rest. And so I just, I've kind of grown into sharing it that way. But guys, let me tell you something. Ruby, let's say Ruby. Ruby is 500 points. Do you know Ruby is developing 5 golds in your team? Do you know that if you get 5 people, to share, 5 people to go silver on your team, your gold? So, and Ruby is doing that 5 times. 5 people to go gold is 500 points. You know what I mean? And again, think about, because also if you do it fast start, trust me, when I break down numbers for people, and I tell them, even right now, the triple bonus, right? Go gold is $250, an extra $250 for this incentive, an extra $250 is fast start, that's $750, not counting commissions, not counting your $20 for every business builder, right? Not counting if for $50 every time that you develop a fast start silver. Did you know that you get $50 every time you develop a fast start silver? Did you know that you make $75 every time you develop a fast start senior silver? Did you know that you make $125 every time you develop a fast start senior gold? Right? I leave people crazy. They're like, serious? I'm like, I'm dead serious. They're like, okay, what do I got to do? You know what I mean? And I tell you that because I didn't do that before. I didn't do that last year. I was really, really shy about telling people about the money. I have a girl, I said, work retail. I said, okay, how much do you make a week? $300, $400? You got to work 40 hours outside of your home to do that, and gas and this and that. All you got to do is share with 3 people and make $400. I'm like, they're like, are you serious? I'm like, yes, I'm serious. You know what I mean? So if you're shy about sharing, if you need to understand more of the compensation, reach out. Because trust me, when I tell you, I'm like, between builder bonus, okay, between rank up bonus, between commissions, between, what you get for developing people on different things. Plexus is so generous. I am in awe, right? I am in total awe of, it's insane. It's insane. I mean, I would tell you, right? My parents, they just went upstairs. But they both are senior Ruby. We were figuring out what that's going to look like for them. And combined commissions for them this month together, it's $9,000. Guys, my parents are 70 and 72, retired on a fixed income. And what they're going to make this, and that's kind of just what I kind of just on the surface figured out. That is what they made from Success Sprints, commissions, rank up bonus. And I know that they both earn a tablet, so I only figured like 6 each. That's it. Like I kind of didn't even do like the people that they developed. So I know that there's but I just $9,000 to old people that are not even on social media. Ain't even on social media to old people.
Amazing.
Guys. Okay, so you know how many things, how much more you can do with that? They work very closely with a convent in Puerto Rico that they cook for. They do so much. I mean, all they think about is how many more people they can help with what they're doing. So, you know, you never know who needs to hear that. Just the same way they need to hear about our supplements. There's a lot of people that you can be changing their lives with this compensation plan because it is insane. It is insane.
Question
Thank
for you,
you.
Maria or Kimberly.
Did I cover the incentive?
Yes, you're good. To piggyback off of that too, Maria, I love that we have an amazing referral program, right? So when you kind of use those words, we pride ourselves in helping you get your supplements covered and have an amazing referral program that you get to use your own referral link for. I mean, who wouldn't run with that, right? But that's amazing. $9,000 for a family who is just changing lives as well is just amazing. But thank you for sharing that. I think I heard, Jenna, did I hear Kenny?
Hey, it's Sean. I had a question for you and hey, thank you guys. You're doing awesome. Question for you and Maria. So the red light mindset that kicks in, how do you guys overcome or what do you do for somebody to just get signed up and like, well, I'd like to try the products first, before I really start sharing. What are you guys saying to people? Because obviously if you're waiting that time period or wait for them to get their products, I mean, you're 15 days into their process. How are you combating that or how are you working through that?
So I always share. Go ahead, Maria.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I always share when somebody's a little bit hesitant about wanting to try the supplements first, that I reiterate, everything comes with a 60-day money back guarantee. So they have nothing to lose, but their 3 friends that are joining them have nothing to lose as well. Now, ultimately, it is up to them. I am never pushing somebody to do something that they aren't, wanting to do. But remember, just a pink drink selfie or a workout selfie, in your case, Sean, if you were at the gym or you were on the road with another cop and you guys did just a shout out doesn't mean that we're pushing them to work the business, right? I'm ultimately shouting them out because I'm excited for them to start the supplements. Ultimately, what happens is when that community sees it, then they ultimately start sharing, and they start sharing without realizing they could share, right? Or they, but I always, if I kind of come across a roadblock like that, I always reiterate, you have nothing to lose. It's a 60-day money back guarantee. So if you decide you don't want to do it and 3 of your friends decide they don't want to do it, everybody gets 100% of their money back.
So what I can add, Sean, is, I use a lot of my own experience. And as a cancer survivor, I have for a very long time tried to stay healthy because it's important for my remission. And I have tried a lot of stuff, right? And I realized, like with everything, that I'm probably not the only one that has a cabinet full or drawer full of supplements, of vitamins, of things, because I want to feel better. So I always, when I'm talking with someone, I always try to find out what are they struggling with, right? Because I like to have this information first, because then I kind of bring it back up. And so, and I'll share myself, right? When I started, I was depressed, pre-diabetic, overweight, sluggish, tired, whatever, right? And then they're already telling me, me too, me too, me too, me too. So I'm picking up on those things. And so then I'll say, you take vitamins, and they're like, oh yes, right? So I love using this. I'm like, so you're telling me that you're taking vitamins, but you can't sleep, you can't poop, you can't lose weight, blah, 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 right? So here's another tip for everyone. I tell them, so why don't we do this? Why don't you put your vitamins on pause for 60 days and you try mine, right? I said, it's not a magic pill, but I'm pretty confident that in 60 days, you will feel mine working. You're going to feel it working, and you're going to know that this is working your system, and you're going to start to see some of the benefits in 60 days, in 90, even more, in 6 months, even more, and in a year, it's going to be a total transformation, right? So I just say, you've been taking yours for 5 years and you feel like poop, right? Just try mine for 60 to 90 days, right? So right there, they're normally like, yeah, I'm in. That has been like working like clockwork, call after call after call. That is a magic pill for me. Like, it works. And so then once they're signed up, I tell them about, right? We have, just like many companies, we have our amazing referral program, right? Because we want you to be able to cover those 3 months, right? With no out of pocket, just for you telling 3 friends, right? So, and then many do say, I want to wait to see my own result. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to leave you with this. Our supplements are going to help people that have migraines, that have pain, that have inflammation, that are sluggish, that are tired, that can't lose weight, that have digestion, that can't poop, they can't sleep, that are depressed. Our gut health is going to help with all of that. So I'm just going to leave you with this. Maybe it's your mother, father, brother, sister, son, daughter, whoever, right? If you know they're struggling, I would just have you consider them trying it as well for 60 days, money back guarantee. Because for me, I don't know about you, but if I know someone is struggling and I think I have something that might help them, I'm going to probably tell them, hey, try this with me. Let's see if this can help you. And I kind of just plant that seed. And then usually, I'm checking in, and they're, they'll come around. They're like, you know what? I think I want to get this for my mom too. Because I planted that seed that, they're going to turn around. Their mom's going to be like, I'm so tired. My legs hurt, something, right? And they're going to remember those words that I left them with, right? That, while you're going to wait to see if this works on you, someone you love is struggling. And you're going to wait 2 months to see if this works on you. I know it's going to work. And, bring somebody along with you. So that's kind of what I do. But again, if, some people, they're going to just be like, no, I just want to wait. But, I just plant that little seed in the back of their head to say, hey, because everybody's struggling. And everybody tells me this. I'm like, if you call up 100 people on your phone, you ask them, what are you struggling with? They're going to give you not just one thing. They're going to tell you like 3 things, because everybody's struggling with something. So.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And Sean, remember, if you had joined a team, my team, Jenna's team, Lindsay's team, whoever's team, and I did I'm so excited, Sean McMichael, he's going to be, it's you with your lean shake, or, something like that. And your community sees it, You may not have been starting for the business or to share, but when your community sees it and starts asking you questions and you know that there's a referral program and you can make a little bit of cash, that's when it's all like, okay, this is easier than I thought it was for you, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking a question.
We're almost out of time, but I see Teresa. She keeps raising her hand over there. Teresa, you got the last question.
No, it's not a question. I just wanted to add, because I'm one of those people. So I played cat and mouse with Maria for 4.5 months. I signed up in the beginning of July of last year. And she did the whole sign up 3 people. And I said, I'm not doing it for weight loss. I need to see if this is going to work for me before I can make my post. And I'm not even lying. Within a week, I started feeling things going in the right direction. And I made that first post. That same night, I'm sure most of you know Liz Martinez's story. That's my girl. That's my childhood friend. She reached out to me and was like, what is it? I want to try it. And we all see her results. Had I have not made that post, her life would not have changed so drastically in the last 8 months. And, if you can get one of those people a month, you're changing people's lives. And that's really what it boils down to. I just wanted to add that.
Absolutely.
Don't wait. Share. Don't wait. There's enough stories on Gutology to know that this stuff works. It works for such a different range of people. So many people do it for weight loss. I didn't think it was going to work for me. It is working. And you can't help but keep that to yourself. There's so many people out there that are, like everyone is saying, that are struggling. They're sitting there. They don't know what to do. Just by you, especially being a man, making that post, people are going to want to know what it is you're doing. That's it. It really is that simple.
Yes.
And then we'll all go crazy, Sean, and share your posts. Because we need more men ambassadors. Men are not as vocal online. They're not as vocal in social media. Heck, I just saw a show called Brain Games this morning. The kids had on something about men only use the left side of their brain and women use all their brain. So, I mean, it's kind of proof right there. But we also have like 500,000 words a day that women use as opposed to the 10 that men use. So you don't have to use a lot of words, just a couple of words, because what you have to say is important and people are waiting to hear, right? There are other men that are out there waiting to hear, and they might not be as vocal about the things that, we women are, but it doesn't mean they're not struggling too. So that goes to my last little tip, you guys, is consistency. And consistently posting on social media is going to be the thing that drives your business for the long term. It is so important that you consistently show up and consistently share, because people are watching. They're waiting to see if this is one more thing that you tried that you gave up or you quit on. They're waiting to see if this is just snake oil. Does it actually work? They're waiting to see if you're real and you really committed to this time, and that they can trust you. So by showing up consistently on social media, and I'm not saying posting like once a month or at the end of the month when there's a special, please, for the love of God, don't do that. It makes you look desperate and very salesy, because at the end of the month, you're running for goals. Everybody knows that and they can see it. But when you're consistently posting throughout the month, every day is optimal, because you're going to hit different target audiences throughout the day. And it's not the same thing. It's just how it applies to your life specifically. So Maria, will you close this out with our last comment for the night?
Last comment. When you were saying about people are watching, and I told this to Kimberly, I think yesterday, the day before yesterday, I got 2 signups this month already. Both been watching, and both from my high school. Teresa, by the way, and 2 more from SCA. Both from my high school that have been watching for months, right? And one of them, I look back at our message, I have messaged her from like March of like last year. Again, it doesn't matter when, but if you stay consistent and keep doing it, I mean, people are watching, they are watching, and it takes some people longer than others, but they are watching. So I just wanted to say that.
I love it. So I'm going to leave you with this number, $5,600. That's how much Yolanda's team was paid out for developing silvers. Corporate paid Yolanda's team $5,600 for silver development. Now, did they pay Yolanda $5,600? Not yet. We're going to find out when commissions post. But then I want to leave you with that next number, that $9,000 a month. That is a legit, real number. And it might seem so far out there. I know it was for us when we got started, and all I could hope is just to make $125 a month to pay for my supplements, just so that Kenny wouldn't give me crap about taking care of myself, to be honest, right? Then I made that in like 48 hours. And then our first month, I didn't just have my supplements covered, I had Kenny's supplements covered, I had all 7 of our kids on the products. That was all covered. And I haven't paid for my supplements once since then. So that income potential is out there, and it is real, and it is available for the taking. The question is, are you willing to stretch yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit? Get past those red light stories we keep telling ourselves and step into that purpose and that calling that God is giving you right now, because he's given you this gift to give away. What if you're like Teresa and you have a childhood friend whose life is drastically changed because you were bold enough and brave enough and courageous enough to make a silly little post on social media, but it impacted someone's life in such a radical way that you would do it over and over and over again. So I want to leave you with that tonight and just thank you for taking time. Kimberly, thank you for breaking down the importance of silver development, how simple it is, what a conversation looks like. Maria, thank you for breaking down the math and the numbers. I love that she has such a sound grasp on the compensation plan and this rise up, rank up promotion. It is incredible. It's real, and we should all be taking advantage of it. So you guys, Tuesday night is our live Sip and See in person, and you do not want to miss that. It's 6 o'clock on the 12th at the Spring Hill Suites here in St. Lucie. So if you're local, we'd love for you to come out, but don't just come out by yourself. Bring some friends. Bring a couple of friends with you. They're going to hear some incredible testimonies. We're going to get to hear some more stories about the opportunity as well. But also, we are going to have some of that lemon lime hydrate on stock, on hand, as well as the black cherry. And this weekend, Kira is actually working on lemon lime protein balls, kind of like key lime protein balls. I know y'all, some of you just come out for the food. So I'm dropping that here so that y'all can be excited. So there'll be something like key lime protein balls. So that'll be fun. But we're out. Thank you so much for taking time. And Kimberly and Maria, thank you for taking your time to pour out into all of us. So we love you, and we hope you guys have a great night. We can't wait to see you in person on Tuesday night. Right? Hasta mañana, you guys.
Thank you. Good night.